Welcome back to Vision of Victory. Your friend Ricardo Vacas. Today's special guest is my man Timo Zuniga.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me on the podcast.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate
Doing it, running it back again, man.
Yeah, running it back.
You're one of my first guests when I first started this thing in last year in 2025.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you for coming back
Ooh,
on,
man, I have
bro.
a nice little setup right here too,
Yeah.
Nice couch. So
Divine Life Studios, baby. But this episode I want to say is for someone that's stuck in a job that pays the bills but kills their soul. Who's watching everyone else who builds something online are wondering if they can actually do it too, just like you, bro. But when you tell people you left corrections to sell things on Amazon, what's the first thing that they say?
Why'd you leave?
Yeah.
You're done. Why would you do that? Why would you leave? The biggest one, what about your retirement? What about your pension?
Yeah.
That's the first thing I always get. The first response.
Yeah.
Are you doing, is it that good? That's one of the things that responses that I get from people, right? Because I think in being in the field of corrections or in a career like that, you become enclosed and you get this tunnel vision, right? And you see there's a light at the end of the tunnel, right? And the tunnel's a career. Mm-hmm. But anything outside of that, you shut down really quick and you're not open to it.
Gotcha.
And for me, I knew there was always something more outside that tunnel, right? I didn't want to go and finish the tunnel at the end of the light. Yeah. I wanted a way out. So when I kind of go against the grain like that, kind of go against what a lot of people believe you should do, which is work 30 years, 35 years and retire. Yeah. I get a little bit of a pushback or a little bit of like hesitancy, like, why would you do that? But I will say there's a whole nother world outside of being part of a system.
Gotcha.
Like corrections.
Yeah. Do you think people give you pushback or negative because they actually care for you, or because they don't want to see like, oh, what if he does make it out and I'm stuck here? Like, I don't want to see him.
I think a little bit of both. I think there's always people that want you to fail. Mm-hmm. When I was still working in prison, and I would tell people, like, at the time, the side hustle I took on when I was there, I was selling things on Amazon, right? That's what I was doing, and that was what eventually led me to walk away and leave. I do something different now. Okay. Still with Amazon, right? Yeah. Just slightly different. But I'm still an entrepreneur, and I run a business. Yeah. But I think even now, I still think that there's people that are rooting for you to fail. Yeah. Because they don't want to see you do better than them. Yeah, for sure. Because you're in a position that they wish and they want to be. Yeah. But because of fear, because of beliefs, they won't, and they never will. Yeah. But I always try to share my story, which is why I'm on this podcast with you, to share with people who might want something more, right? That know there's something outside that tunnel. And I'm here to tell you there is. For sure. And anyone can do it. Yeah. Right? Anybody can do it.
But I'm kind of curious to know, for you, like, because you did like what? You did 8-10 years?
I did a decade, 10 years.
Yeah, so I'm kind of curious to know how did you keep that mindset or that mentality and still reaching for the light of the tunnel when you can be in sometimes maybe a negative environment and just work, grind, and this is the best that we got. Like, what made you keep going? Like, what was inside you that kept firing you up to reach to leave?
My family. My family. I think when I started corrections and I was at the academy, even at the academy, I was like, man, I don't know if this is something I really want to do. Deep down in my heart, it was like, this is not for me. But I don't want to go to school, right? I dropped out of high school and then went back. Dropped out of college, it wasn't for me. Yeah. So what's the alternative, right? What job is going to pay us 6 figures salary with benefits and a pension, right? Yeah. Corrections at the time. So that's why I stayed. So I kind of stayed because I felt like, not because it's what I wanted to do, but because it was seen as successful amongst my peers, my family, right?
Yeah.
So so throughout my career, multiple state prisons in California, right? I always wanted something more. And through the struggles during that decade that I was working in correctional facilities, I think it was when I hit rock bottom multiple times throughout my career. But I think when my son was born.
Okay.
When my son was born, and I wanted to be around him.
Yeah.
It was a newborn baby. My wife was going through postpartum depression.
Yeah.
And that's when I knew, like, okay, I need a lifeline.
Yeah.
I need a way out. And that was my determination to make it happen.
Yeah, for sure, my man.
I did.
For sure. Heck yeah. So what's something that people assume about, correction officers that are totally wrong?
That they're happy. I'll speak for myself, but I know there's a lot of people that share that same sentiment. I think we all kind of go about this. The time I was there, I was kind of going throughout the career, and you show up, you do the job, but essentially, like, it's not fulfilling, right? There's always something in you that feels that you can be doing better, right?
Yeah.
It's not a fulfilling career. For some people it is, and that's fine. But for me, especially like the younger generation, I think that I think we put on this facade or this persona that we're happy in this and content in this career, but deep down, I think a lot of people are far from that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I know for myself, it was something that I've never really felt.
Yeah.
Like fulfilled, happy, like, yeah, I made it type of thing.
Yeah, for sure.
I think when I got the job, it was very happy. I was emotional. I was excited to start a new career. 23 years old. I was like, yeah, let's do this. I made it. But I think,
especially at 23, bro, because
because
you get the job, good pay, good benefits, so you're kind of like, just depending on how you grew up or your parents, like, for me, that's like, oh, like, my dad would be like, oh, that's a great job, like, yeah, you made it. But,
and you think about, like, what the alternative was, right? Like I said, school was never for me.
Yeah.
So I wasn't going to go back to school. So the alternative was, what other job are you going to find with the high school diploma that's going to pay you this much?
Yeah.
To live a comfortable life, right? So, like I was saying, like, one of the happiest times of my life was when I got the job, when I got the email that I was accepted.
Yeah.
But what was even better and more of a greater feeling was the day that I walked away.
Yeah.
How ironic was that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I know. I was gonna ask you that right now.
Yeah, but even the think of that feeling times 10. That's
Times
how
10.
liberating.
Yeah.
That,
was it like this huge weight off your shoulders that you felt, or?
It kind of messed with me for like after I left, I was still doubting myself. Like, man, did I make the right decision?
Yeah.
Couldn't sleep for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But my wife, she supported me since day one.
Yeah.
She was like, if you want to quit, just do what you got to do.
Just
we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So even when I left, it was like I was happy, excited for my new adventure,
journey.
but there was still doubt.
Yeah.
Just a natural human emotion.
Yeah.
Like, man, did I make the right decision? Damn, like.
Yeah. So
Should
how do you personally combat that? Because that's something like very key. Like, someone that's watching wants to learn that goes through that. Like, how do you combat that, like, internally? Like, how did you tackle that and be like, no, like, I made the right decision, even though you're still doubting yourself, but you're kind of like coaching yourself out of it.
There's no other way. There's no alternative. What was the alternative for me? I asked myself this.
Yeah.
You're gonna go back to that life that you made the decision to walk away,
Mm-hmm.
and it wasn't just like I quit and that's it. Like, you have to go through. I walked into the personnel office and they're like, I'm quitting right now. Like, what do I gotta do? And they're like, they looked at me like,
Are you sure?
What are you quitting? Like, what? Let me get my supervisor. And then I had to go through all these hurdles and go get signatures. And during that time, you're thinking like, man, should I do this and should I not do this, right?
Yeah.
So to go through all that, and still, when you're walking to these different offices, different parts of the prison, you see people along the way like, what's going on? That's it. I'm out, quitting. You know, what you mean you're quitting? I don't quit. So you have to know why you're doing what you're doing and who you're doing it for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the life that you're after. The life that I live now could have never been reached. I could have never reached this life that I'm living now if I had still been employed by the state of California.
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
so what was the scariest part about walking away from all that you would say?
Failing, not making it.
Yeah.
You know, and knowing that I have a family that's depending on me now.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But I think that same reason of having a family depending on me, having a newborn depending on me.
Yeah.
That was a fire that was ignited. That's all I needed for me to succeed and know I was going to succeed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the alternative, it wasn't an option.
Yeah.
Right. Getting a job again, for me, hopefully, knock on wood, right? It's something I never want to go back to. Yeah. Because I got a taste of what this life can be and what my life is now. Yeah. And it's just, when I was at the academy and I was doubting if this is something I wanted to do, this life now, this freedom that I have, is what I always envisioned and I always wanted. Yeah. I just didn't know that something like this, what I do now, existed. Yeah. But now this opportunity, I saw it, I took it, and man, I'm glad I did.
Yeah, for sure. So you said visualize. Were you always visualizing? Are you a manifester? Like, did you always have that vision that you were striving for, or it was just kind of like, I'm gonna get there one day?
You have to. You have to visualize. You have to speak about it. You know, you have to know, like, hey, this is where I want to live. Yeah. You know, this is who I want my neighbors to be. Yeah. You know, this is where I want my kid to go to school, right? Because I come from nothing, you know, like my mom was on, food stamps pretty much all her life when we were little, single parent, 3 kids. Yeah. So for me, it's like I wanted the most because I had the least. Gotcha. Yeah. So that fire in me, that desire to want a better life, not only for myself, but for my family, right? Because I saw how much my mom struggled. So that's why I never gave up. And that's why, even to this day, I always wanted to wake up, do what I want, whenever I want. I wanted to have my life by the balls. Yeah, See, most people can't say that. Yeah. I couldn't say that for a very long time, but I wanted to have my life by the balls. And what I mean by that is I do what I want, when I want, whenever I want. I have no boss to answer to, right? And I'm not saying that from a place of like trying to be arrogant by any means, right? Yeah. But I'm saying that because I was down here at one point. Yeah. Right? And I wanted to be here. Yeah. And now I'm here. But there was a lot of work, a lot of grind, a lot of energy. Yeah. Tenacity that went into getting here. Yeah. Now, I'm not going to stop here. I'm going to continue, right? Because, that's just, I don't want to stop. Yeah, yeah. But, you always have to have something that you're working towards, and you have to ask yourself, why do I want what I want?
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying. It's kind of like, it's what your soul's calling for. It's not about like, oh, that's not the right thing to do. It has to be your own boss. Like, no, it's like, if you're okay with what you're doing, then it's okay. It's whatever you're comfortable for.
Absolutely. Like a lot of people, they're fine with having a career, working for X amount of years and retiring, and that's cool. Yeah. That's fine, but it was just not for me. Yeah. You know what I mean? So because it wasn't for me and I just wanted something more, then I wanted to chase, I wanted to reach that. I wanted to get here. Yeah. So
I feel you, man, because it's like, say you never took the leap of faith, that calling was always going to be inside you. It's still going to be in your head bugging you like, hey, what about this? Or what if this, what if that,
I look back now and, I resigned November 23, 2020, November 23rd of 2020. Damn.
23, no, I think
23, yeah, 2023. Yeah, 7 p.m. That's when I called. Or 6 a.m., sorry. Yeah. That's when I called. But I look back now, I'm like, man, like, had I not made that tough decision, It was a very hard decision. I want to make that clear. It was not like
easy. Like
I got up and I made the decision. I talked to my wife. I was like, babe, I think today's it.
Yeah.
But then like to drive to work, and I was still going to go to work. And then I kind of broke down on the way there.
Yeah.
And then I just wanted to talk to somebody, you know what I mean? Because I was having like these, you know, flashbacks of like the 10 years that I spent, you know, working in prison, and all the ups and downs, mostly downs for a long time. Yeah. And I just needed to talk to somebody. But I didn't want to talk to somebody from work.
Yeah, because they wouldn't understand.
Or someone, a resource from the department.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to get talked out of the decision I was about to make.
Makes sense.
So I called someone who is neutral.
Yeah.
I called the suicide hotline. It's the only thing I could think of.
Yeah.
Called them, and I said, hey, my name is so-and-so. I'm okay. I'm safe.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't got to worry about that, but I just need to talk to somebody.
Yeah.
Sure, what's going on? Let it out, broke down. And they're like, you know, if your son was to come to you and ask and tell you, like, Dad, like, I don't want to be here no more, what are we going to tell him? Like,
dang, that's powerful.
I was like, bro, just leave. Just walk away. Like, fuck that job, you know?
Yeah. And
I was like, and then she goes, but seems like you already know what your answer is.
Yeah.
I was like, cool. Thank you.
Cool. Let's do
you gonna be all right? Yeah, I'll be all right.
Yeah.
You know, I'm good. She's like, what are you gonna do now? I was like, I'm about to call work. That's a wrap. Called them, resigned.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah. So how was it after that with that? Do they call back and check up on you, or how was it?
Hell no.
No?
I think it took longer for me to call them.
Really?
Than for them to find a replacement.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about.
No, I'm talking about the hotline. The hotline.
Oh, did they call? Oh, no. I told them I was fine. It was just
okay.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. No, it was just like a one time.
Okay.
And because what I needed was to follow through with that decision that led me to feel like that.
Yeah.
As soon as I made that decision, I instantly felt liberated.
Gotcha.
You know? So it was like, it's just an amazing feeling, man.
Yeah, I get you,
amazing
man.
feeling.
You know, you know, you said you went through a lot of bad times, but like, you know, sometimes we learn through bad, and you know, we have to go through bad to learn. Like, what's some good things and good habits that you learned from the decade in your profession that you use now to this day in your life? In
Communicating with people. I think that's helped me with content, because I do content I create content now, right? I think that's helped me get comfortable talking on camera, doing podcasts like this.
Yeah.
Which, you know, when I first started, it wasn't something that I would ever thought about.
Yeah.
Getting on camera, talking on camera, doing anything on camera, right? But I think the communication part, being relatable to people, and having some good coworkers, man. You know, like I think throughout the whole span of my career, when I was working 3 state prisons, I met some great people.
Yeah.
Some great people, you know, and I really don't have anything. I mean, you got your group of people that are like, you know, but for the most part, some great people, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, so shout out to all the SEALs I work with. You know what I mean?
To all the good peeps.
Yeah, all the good peeps.
Good and bad, shoot.
Yeah, good and bad. You know, but
when did Amazon influencer thing go from something that you were testing to when you actually believed in it? Like, oh damn, like this is it right here.
So for some context, so my side hustle when I was working in the prison, I was selling on Amazon. So I was buying stuff, flipping it on Amazon. Right? That was, and I grew that to where it was I was making more doing that than doing the SEAL work, right? So that's what I had to fall back on when I left, right? I wasn't just like I quit. Okay, what am I gonna do? No, I had already something that I built, that I learned on my own, YouTube, and just figuring it out on my own.
Okay.
So after I resigned, a group of other Amazon sellers that I was kind of like in my circle mentioned about this opportunity with Amazon influencer, right? Creating content, promoting products on Amazon. I said, okay, that sounds interesting. You know, I'm not comfortable on camera, but I'll give it a try, you know?
Yeah.
And I want to say maybe about 6 months in, that's when I realized the opportunity was real, And that's when I decided just to go all in on that.
Yeah.
Promoting and creating content. Creating content around products that are available on Amazon.
Okay.
So that's
what was
how
it
it started.
You got a good, nice check that made it real? You were like, oh, shoot. Like,
Yeah, so that type of work, the affiliate marketing, Amazon influencer, it's commission based, right? So your earnings are commissions. So when I realized how fast it was growing, and I was like, hold up, this can grow to something pretty much like exponential. Yeah. And that's when I decided to just to go drop everything else I was doing and just go into that full time, because I was getting comfortable on camera. Okay. I was learning how to promote a product, how to talk about products, how to talk about clothing and stuff. So I was getting comfortable, so it became a lot easier for me.
Gotcha.
So I saw the commission started coming in. And I was like, okay, cool. You know, I could do this. I could keep growing this too. Okay. So that's when I started doing it. I want to say maybe about August 2024 is when I decided to go full time with it. Okay.
And I know stuff, you know, there's trends that come, how to make money. There's seasons about it. But, you know, someone that's looking into what you do this day, is that still the move? Like, is it still lucrative where you can go in and earn a good amount of money?
Absolutely. I think brands now, so for some context, you know, I create content around products. Okay. Right. On Amazon, I also do TikTok, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But I think when you position yourself, right, like, for example, I'm finding a lot of, I really enjoy promoting men's clothing. Okay. Right. Yeah. Like shirts, jeans, shoes, like hats, like men's clothing. That's what I do a lot now, specifically on TikTok. Yeah. And because I found that I really enjoy doing it, I've always liked to dress up since I was, you know, a young kid. Yeah. Have a little swag, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And because of that, this stuff kind of came natural to me. Okay. Right. So what I'm getting at is, for someone that's watching might like, I don't know, you know, they might like to cook. They might like to do gardening, or like, you know, they might have something they like to do, an activity. They might work on cars, you know. I think now we live in a time where that skill or that hobby or that thing that you enjoy doing can be transferred to a platform online, whether it be Amazon, YouTube, TikTok, and can be monetized. Gotcha. Right now more than ever, I think. Yeah. So absolutely anybody can do this for sure.
I know when you started, AI wasn't that crazy like how it is now. Have you incorporated that in your business?
I don't use AI in content. I try to be authentic, and I think that's the one thing that AI can't do is, I have a certain way of talking. I have quirks, right? The human aspect, because humans buy from humans. Yeah. Does AI sell? And absolutely. I mean, I've seen videos where this like straight up avatar and they're just selling a product, right? But I think when you kind of lean into who you are as a person, and like I said, how you talk, how you look, you know, and you're relatable like that, I think it's something that AI can't replace. Gotcha. But yeah, I use AI like sometimes to help me with scripts or like certain things of a video. Yeah. But
you kind of like make it your own, like just.
But
like
I make it my own.
Yeah, like
I make it my own. Like I'm doing some Spanish content now.
Oh, really?
So I have AIs to help me. I mean, I speak Spanish, but like certain words I gotta.
Yeah,
I gotta translate.
I think we speak Spanglish, Sean.
Yeah, certain words I gotta translate. You know, that's how I use it. Yeah. Also in my business with my virtual assistant, like we use AI, things like that.
Yeah.
So
how do you actually get people to click and buy? Like, what does your content strategy look like today?
So for Amazon and TikTok, it's different.
It's different. Okay.
Okay.
So are you more TikTok now because it's pretty lucrative, or is it kind of like 50-50?
Man, you know what? I started taking. I got a little taste. So for the viewers, so Amazon as a platform, when you get on Amazon as a customer or Amazon Prime member, you're getting on with the intent to buy something. Yeah. Are you gonna buy something, whatever? But you're gonna buy something, or you're gonna look at something to buy. Yeah. So your mind is already like, okay, I'm ready to buy. When a Amazon Prime member watches my video, let's say they're buying a microphone. When they watch my video, you know, I'm talking about the features, more like a YouTube kind of review style video.
Okay.
Right? I'm talking about the features. I'm talking about how it works, doing the, you know, showing the sound quality, things like that. So that way it closes the sale. So the customer watches it and they buy it. I make a commission from that.
Got you.
Right. It's not as difficult.
Yeah.
With TikTok Shop, the user is going there on there to be entertained.
Yeah.
To doom scroll.
Yeah.
And just like and just scroll and just be entertained and just kind of see it. Right. So you kind of
the strategy changes a little bit.
There's a little strategy change to it, right? Okay. You have to learn how to grab their attention, retain their attention, and learn how to sell a product without selling the product. If that makes sense. Because people don't like to be sold to, right? You don't want to sound like an ad, but
exactly.
I could take it through like a story.
Yeah, that's how I was
tell you a story.
That up.
Like yesterday, I went to the mall and I seen that, you know, Lids is charging XYZ for a Dodger hat. How you guys even spending that much money?
Yeah.
You know, like literally I bought this on the TikTok shop for like half price. If you guys want to get it, it's linked down below. Yeah. You see the difference there? As opposed to like, check out this hat, buy it. Like, no, I'm bringing you through a story, right? So the selling aspect, there's it's different. Yeah. So I toggle between the two. Okay. And then YouTube, which I do also, YouTube is more of a long form tutorials type of thing. So
you do YouTube as well, but you don't sell anything on there, do you? It's just more
I create like tutorials on stuff. So like and then I'll put my affiliate link, Amazon affiliate link in the description. Okay. So like for example, I just did one recently. I changed the cabin filter on my car. Okay. Quick. I was like, you know, I can make a little tutorial. So I made a tutorial. Yeah. I got in the description, I put my link, my Amazon link. So when they click on it to buy the filter, then I make a commission from that. Gotcha. That's YouTube. Okay. So there's different ways to monetize these platforms.
So and anyone can do this, or do you have to sign up, or do you have to qualify to do this?
Anybody can do it. Yeah. For sure. If you're willing to, I mean, there's a process to it, right? It's you apply for it, get in, but there's ways to it. Very, very simple. Yeah. I'll link my YouTube channel. I have some tutorials on there
for sure
for free. I have a YouTube channel where I educate people on what I'm doing, things like that. It's free. I'm not charging anything. I do it for free to help people out. Because I wish when I wanted that lifeline and I wanted to do something else, I wish I had someone to help me figure it out, because I had to figure it out on my own.
So you're not a gatekeeper.
Right. No, I do this to help people. Yeah. Mainly have that channel to help people learn.
But I mean, I feel like it's cool to not gatekeep, but I also feel like, you know, it took you a while, like people that sell a course, like if it's legit, it's respectable because it took them a while to do it and their time. It's like, why would I give this for free, you know? But absolutely. I mean, I get the hustle. You know,
there's ways to monetize the education part for sure. I had a course for a little bit, no longer have it because people are struggling, bro.
Yeah.
People are struggling, you know, and I felt bad that someone was struggling to buy groceries, to pay their bills. Yeah. And yes, I'm within my right to charge for my education, what I've learned. But I would much rather and get more fulfillment and feel better to give them the info for free.
Got you.
And you do what you got to do. Yeah. If you want to take on that, do it.
For sure. Yeah.
You know, it's more like I remember where I come from, man. Yeah. You know, and that's one of the things I never want, where I came from. You know, I know what it feels like to be like rock bottom. Yeah. To be broke. You know, it's not a good feeling. Yeah. And I want to help people who are struggling. Yeah. You know, so yes, I can charge for my education. I have in the past, but now it's just like,
you just want to get back.
Here's everything I know how to do.
Yeah, for
you know
sure.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's kind of like where I'm coming from now, for sure.
So you guys, I see you and some other girl. You guys run like weekly classes and stuff, or just
we have a
network?
So we have a YouTube channel where we interview other successful content creators.
Oh, nice. Okay.
We also talk about like what we're up to, what we're doing.
Okay.
Mainly in the Amazon influencer TikTok Shop affiliate space.
Okay, and that's
So-
just to give game to everybody, and
We give game
know.
strategy
Okay. Nice.
for free. You know, like we're
yeah,
not.
Yeah.
I could be spending my time doing TikTok videos, Amazon videos. And,
Yeah.
But you know, I like to do that because I like to help
Yeah.
people
For sure.
for free, man. Like
Yeah.
you know, not charge them and
Yeah.
help you out. Because I know people just want to make a little bit extra just to
Yeah.
take a trip or do something. You know what I mean? So
we're
if
in
I can-
California, bro. If you make 100,000, you're not even making.
Bro, I was
anymore.
I'm looking to get another house. Where I want to live is like
It's
at
crazy.
least 900, a mil, 1.2.
Damn. And the rates are
I'm
high.
gonna get that house.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get that house,
For
but
sure.
it would be easier if it was like half the price.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I get you. Yeah.
So hopefully within a year I'll
And
be in a
gas,
position to-
everything, bro.
everything, bro. But,
But,
you know, that's the thing. Like, I think now we live in a time where like I make 100% of my income from my phone.
Yeah. Damn, that's lucrative, huh? That's crazy to think.
Now I will call it 99% because I use my
99.
laptop or my desktop sometimes.
Yeah.
But I make most of my income from my home,
Yeah.
from my
Well,
phone.
how come most people can't do that though? Like, do we get in our heads too much where we overcomplicate it? Like, we literally have the power to use this, like you said, and do it.
How bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? You know, I wanted it bad.
Yeah.
I wanted it more than ever now.
Yeah.
I want it bad, and I still want it, right?
Yeah.
But it comes down to we all have the same opportunity. We all have the same tools, right?
Yeah.
We all have a phone. You can use it to scroll.
Mm-hmm.
You can use it to argue with people in the comment sections,
Yeah.
or you can use it to make more money.
Mm.
You know, that is single-handedly one of the best skills that anybody can learn.
Yeah.
Getting comfortable on camera, talking to the camera.
Yeah. Yeah.
From there, the opportunity is they're endless. You know,
Okay.
Amazon, TikTok, promoting products, doing this affiliate marketing stuff. You know, that has brought me so much more opportunities with working with brands.
Yeah.
Because now I have brands email me and say, hey, we want to do this collaboration with you. We'll pay you, you know, make content for us. You know, so you position yourself in a way that it's a powerful skill that you can learn.
Yeah.
Just get comfortable on camera.
Yeah.
And we all have a phone.
Phone.
We all have Instagram,
It's good quality on Apple.
TikTok.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I commend you for doing this podcast, setting up this podcast. Because you know, a lot of people in the career that you're in, you know, I'm sure you got some haters, right? That's usually what a lot of people like to do in there. They like to hate.
Yeah.
But I commend you for continuing to want to do something like this because,
Appreciate it, huh?
you know, I don't know of anybody else in your position that's doing this. You know what I mean? So
yeah. But just like you, I love content. I'm not comfortable being behind the camera. I'm still trying to get better, but I think I love the art of conversation.
Right.
And I got that from the guy I follow, Patrick Bet-David, a lot. I just love how like he connects with people and he's able to get stories out. And I thought that was very interesting. So growing up, I was always quiet. I'm still quiet, but just learning that skill is like cool. And I feel like this helps me out, you know, sitting down with people.
yeah, man, it's
expensive way to do it, but
it's gonna open up the doors to a lot more opportunity.
Yeah.
Because think about it, anything that you decide to do, like at any point in time in your life, like you want to start a business or whatever kind of business, or like for me, right, if I want to start some other kind of business, which I probably will at some point,
yeah,
I'll be my own marketing.
yeah.
I know how to create ads. I know how to
Yeah.
talk. I know how to
Yeah.
sell my products.
Okay.
You know, so you're putting yourself in an advantage for future ventures.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay. So you talked about ads, bro. How different is it to the real science of the ads as to just boosting on TikTok or Instagram? Is there a lot more behind that? Do you get into that too, or you just boost online through the app?
No, so the way that TikTok works, when I say create ads, essentially what we do for products is you're creating ads.
Oh, okay.
That's what we're doing,
Okay.
right? So when a company reaches out to me,
Yeah.
hey, can you create a video for my product? They want an ad, essentially.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So the way that it works is that the brand, for TikTok specifically,
Yeah.
I can't talk about Instagram because I don't really know the whole ads part of that.
On there. Okay.
But with TikTok, the way that it works on their end is if they want to put money behind my video to generate more sales, then they do that.
Oh, okay.
And they promote my video from there. And so they send me the stuff for free. I make the video. They put the money on the ads.
Yeah.
And I get the commission. So that's the TikTok part.
Yeah.
But for Instagram and Meta, I'm not too familiar with that.
Okay.
To be honest,
Okay.
I don't really know how that works.
Yeah. What's been a brand that surprised you, that's reached out to you, that you've worked with to this day?
Man, I've had a couple brands. I've had mainly on Amazon, but lately I've been having some clothing companies like on TikTok, like the shoes Hey Dude.
Okay, yeah.
Built the clothing company.
Okay,
things like that.
Yeah.
Not major brands, but Dickies,
Yeah.
that I'm working with on TikTok.
Okay,
but,
nice.
For
sure.
Yeah, man, opens up the door to a lot more opportunity.
Yeah.
Eventually, hopefully, I'll get these big contracts with certain brands for me to create some content for them. That'd be cool, for sure.
Well, what's the biggest lie people believe about making money online?
That is easy.
Yeah.
That is easy. I think if it was easy, I think everyone would be doing it. You know what I mean? Even like what I do now, there's fluctuations. There's things that you have to deal with Amazon as a platform. Learn how to navigate, how to roll with certain punches. It's the concept is simple, but it's not easy.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So anybody can have a TikTok shop account, affiliate account.
Yeah.
But actually making money is a whole different story.
Yeah.
So there's certain things that you have to learn in order to make it work. So
Okay.
although the concept is simple and it's great, it's not easy.
Yeah.
It doesn't come easy.
Yeah.
There'll be now for me, like what I do with Amazon and even certain to the point in TikTok, it feels easy because I had to go through that initial learning curve to learn everything.
Yeah.
Right. So it was difficult.
Yeah. That's the stuff people don't see, right?
And that's the stuff that people don't see. And that's the hardest part, because when you're wanting to start something new, you're like, okay, well, what do I do now? Like, how do I get here if I'm down here?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of different things that you have to learn and go through. To get to that point, for sure.
For sure, my man. But you went from locking people up to selling on the internet. How has your identity shifted through all of this?
Man, I think now, I'm more inclined to help people out.
Okay.
I think one thing that prison taught me, it's, for one, is your life is always on the line. No matter what prison you work at, your life is always on the line.
Yeah.
And once I got out, I had this. I look back and I was like, man, like 10 years and I came out in one piece, So I had this appreciation for life, for human life, for others, who may be going through the same thing. So now I think my focus is, one, continue to build what I'm doing for myself and my family, my kids. But the other side is, I think I get a lot of. It feels good to help people, man.
Yeah.
It feels good to help people that need the help.
Yeah.
That something I can share with them, a tip or something that can help them get to that point that they want to get.
Yeah.
To make more money, or
for sure,
to have a little bit more free time with their kids, to be able to pick up their kids from school because they don't have to work extra shift.
Okay.
Because I saw what my mom growing up had to go through, working 3 jobs, struggling. Sometimes didn't even have shit to eat. Yeah. So for me, I look back and I'm like, man, there's still people going, maybe not through that extreme, but struggling. So I'm in a position where I reached a point that I can help people get to where I'm at.
Yeah.
For free.
Off the phone too, right?
Off the internet. Man, we live in a crazy time right now, man.
I know.
It's a crazy time. Like, I always thought, like I said previously, like, the life that I wanted, I didn't know was going to come via this method. Yeah. It was stepping out of my comfort zone, because it didn't come easy. Like getting on camera and stepping out of my comfort zone and continuing to build. that's what led to the success that I've been able to attain for sure.
So you haven't really touched on it, but you're also building a personal brand as you're doing all this, right? Do you believe in that, the personal brand?
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's a lot of people that can relate to my story. Not only people that I might have worked with in the past, but also I think even prisoners. I think I've met prisoners who came out of prison, or inmates who were once in a cell, who are now doing content, who are now have their own YouTube channel, who are now on TikTok doing TikTok Shop affiliate and doing great. I think there's a lot to say when it comes to when someone is able to be here and then get here. So I think I share my story. I share what my day-to-day stuff. I have the YouTube channel, mainly to share with others that, hey, look, the life that you have now doesn't have to be like that. Or, you know what, I'm here, but I want to get a little bit better. Well, here's what I do, or here's what I've done that can potentially help you to get there.
So what kind of mentality would you say you have? Like, would you have like a growth mindset, or do you have how would you describe yourself, like, to right now?
Like my mindset?
Yeah.
I know what I know the life that I don't want, which was with the life that I had for the last 10 years, or when I was working. And even previously to that, because I grew up in a single parent household and we struggled pretty much like all our lives. And even for me, not having a father figure, it was difficult, So for me, I know the life I don't want, which was the life that I came out of. And I know the life that I don't want for my kids or my wife, or the life that we want. So my mentality is continue to build, continue to grow, so that never happens. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So that's what kind of...
So like a builder's mindset.
Just continue to build. No matter like where you're at, like I'm always striving to get to that next level.
That's so good, man. It's good to have.
Because, man, it was a struggle. It was definitely a struggle.
I hear you.
For sure.
So right now, how do you split your time between creating content and everything else in your life?
I wake up, go for a walk, try to do 10,000 steps a day. Sometimes I don't get to, but I go for a walk, kind of clear my mind a little bit, get some sun, come back, and then just get to work. So my son's usually in school till about 1 o'clock. Okay. So that gives me time to. I have a setup with kind of like this with different lights.
Gotcha.
And then I make my videos, make content in my room, my house.
Okay. So you block off like a certain schedule, like, hey, this is when I'm
usually by like the time my son comes home, usually I'm just done.
You're good. Okay.
I pick him up from school and then just take him out to like what the kids like to do, playground, things like that, family time. You know what I mean? But there's times where I do have to work a little bit more. Lately, that's kind of how it's been, just because I have a goal.
Oh, gotcha.
I want to buy a house, right? Another house.
For sure. Man.
So, but for the most part, I usually have like a window where I'm creating content.
Okay.
Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm just like, you know what? Babe, let's go on vacation. Or she wanted to go to New York to go see her family. Like, okay, let's go to New York. I don't got to ask somebody for time off. I don't got to.
Right.
I just, all right, cool. I'll just.
You don't got to check if you have enough hours.
I don't got to check if I have enough hours, which I never did when I was working. Because
you always called off for a
I was getting docked. Everyone's like, they ain't getting docked. Like, man, this is the best thing ever. You know what I mean?
That's funny, man.
But that's kind of what I do now. And I think that's the best part. Someone's like, what do you love about your life right now? Like, what is it that I was like, the simple fact I can drop my son off at school and then pick him up. And I don't have to worry about anything. Like, if I have to work a little bit more or whatever, like, I'll just save it for the end of the day or maybe when he goes to bed. But usually my wife picks him up or I pick him up. But the fact that I never have to worry about who's going to pick my son up from school or who's going to drop him off. That's that little thing right there. I think that's the thing that brings me, probably one of the things that brings me the most joy.
Yeah.
That I'm there for, pick them up, drop them off.
Yeah, yeah.
They need volunteer at school, you know, to serve for Mother's Day.
Oh, okay.
Sign me up. I'll go. Like, you know, field trips. I probably won't do a field trip, but
No.
you know, just being present with my son, and that's one of the, I think, the rewards that has come from taking a bet on myself. Right.
Yeah. You put it good right there.
Is that joy that it brings me.
Yeah.
When I'm able to do these little things with him.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, for sure, my man.
Because I didn't have that.
Yeah.
Growing up. So now I can do that.
Yeah, and it plays a huge role because they always remember it's part of the development that makes the kids who they are when they grow up.
For sure,
without even knowing. Like, I barely learned this.
And I think that's kind of one of the things that I would say kind of fucked me up for a long time through my teenage years, even through my early 20s.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not having that father figure.
Yeah.
You know, my mom was physically, mentally abused by my dad and other men that she was, you know, with. And I think for me, always having that gap, you know, having the abandonment or, you know, feeling that rejection.
Okay.
I think that always kind of sat with me, and that kind of fucked me up when I was growing up.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it wasn't until recently where I kind of had to learn how to heal that, you know, but
Did you heal on your own, or did
I think I was like, it was around the time I was working in prison, and I think when I had my son and when I got married and I had my son, I think that was when I realized, like, you know, it doesn't always have to be like that. You know,
Gotcha.
I always felt like a certain emptiness in me, you know, because I didn't have that level of father. Yeah. But now that I have my little one and hopefully a bigger family.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Now I have a choice and a decision to not follow in those same footsteps, because we can change it. Yeah. And I think now my life, I feel like it's complete. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Now you're setting the legacy for your name, you know, your family,
Absolutely.
your son.
Absolutely.
But, you know, I want to get into this part of the segment, man, where I created this called The Gift for the, like, people that watch us. You know, if someone's watching this from a job they hate right now, what do you actually say to them? Like, what would you say to them?
I feel you. I feel you, man, because it's not easy, bro. Yeah. It's not easy, man. Like, you feel stuck. Yeah. You feel stuck, man. And, you know, for a lot of us, I'll say us because I was going through it too. For a lot of us, it was like you feel like you're asphyxiated. You know, you're in a position where you don't want to be, you hate it, but it pays your bills. Yeah. You know? Yeah. And we don't have any other skill. Like, for me, I don't have a degree. Yeah. I don't have any other skill other than locking doors and slapping trays. Yeah. You know, and count. Yeah. Like, what skill do I really have? Yeah. But that can change, right? So the first thing I would say is learn the skill. Yeah. I'm going to tell you, learn how to create content. Yeah. Get on YouTube, learn how to do TikTok Shop Affiliate, create content, get comfortable on camera. Yeah. Instead of scrolling your phone, put the phone up. Yeah. You know, talk to the camera. Because that single-handedly, and I'm going to speak from experience. Yeah. That single-handedly is probably one of the best skills, like I've said previously. Yeah. If not the best skill that anybody can learn.
Yeah. When you were saying that right now, it came to my mind the word comfort. I don't know why, but comfort is a good word, right? You're comfortable, you're feeling good, but comfort could kill you. Like, comfort could kill you in the career you were in if you get comfortable. If you get comfortable in the content creation and you don't innovate, it can kill you. You kill your sales. If you're a sales leader, you get comfortable, no more sales. It's like, oh, shit.
I heard this the other day on TikTok, and I was like, man, that's so true. And someone said, I forgot where I saw it, but he said, most people will never get to the top because they don't want to let go of the life they have at the bottom.
Dang.
I was like, ooh, that's
good.
Can be better said. Yeah. You know? Yeah. What's at the bottom? Comfort.
Comforts.
You know, routine. you know,
Yeah.
pension,
Yeah.
benefits, job security.
Mm.
You know, for a lot of people, that's not the bottom.
Yeah.
You know, for a lot of people, that's what they've always wanted, and that's
good.
fine.
That's
but
comfort.
for me,
Yeah.
for myself, it felt like the bottom because I wanted to be up here.
Mm. Yeah.
You know, and now that I've reached a certain level, you know, it was because I didn't allow myself to get comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So if you don't want to be in the life that you're in for the rest of your life,
Yeah.
you have to get uncomfortable.
Yeah, for sure.
You have to step outside your comfort zone.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's possible.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Yeah, something sure. I heard from I used to do network marketing, and you know, some people don't like it. I like it because it's got me to where I'm at today. You learn some stuff. It's like you have to be uncomfortable with. You have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Absolutely.
They would always say that, and that always stuck with me. So
absolutely,
shout out
man.
to you guys.
Absolutely, I think. I mean, to your point, you know, it wasn't easy for me when I was selling on Amazon as a side hustle, working 16 hours, getting off, and then putting shit together, boxes together, shipping them out. Shit wasn't easy, you know. A lot of people didn't understand what I was trying to do, so I don't really talk about it that much.
Yeah.
A lot of people doubted me, you know, but, you know, it didn't feel good. It didn't feel good to be in an environment where, you know, a lot of people don't really see your vision.
Yeah, yeah.
It didn't feel good to get out to.
Yeah, it could be draining now, like
draining, and then you know, get off of work and you still had to grind on your craft. You had to work to, you know, to get a ticket out.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but it almost feels like you're alone in the journey. It's like, damn, is it worth it? You know?
Absolutely, man. Yeah. Absolutely. You know, a lot of times people don't, especially working in that type of environment. Yeah. You know, a lot of they don't understand. Yeah. They don't understand, and if you talk about it, they look at you like you're crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
But I would say, you know, listen to yourself. Yeah. You know, there's a reason why you want more. It's because for one, there is more, and then two, I mean, yeah, that's what you want. Yeah. That's what your heart wants.
For sure, man. So what are you building toward right now, and what's the next big thing for you, bro?
Just continue to build what I'm doing. Okay. TikTok, Amazon, and I really want to buy a house, a bigger house. Yeah. I want to have I have a vision of like a big content room.
Oh, sick.
Big old backyard. Yeah. You know, so that's the goal that I have for me, especially we're trying to grow a family. You know what I mean? So
it could probably be a write-off, man. I don't know how the tax codes work, but I've heard of people buying houses and putting it as content rooms, and I just learned about this.
Oh yeah,
I'm like, oh dang,
not
what
tax
the heck?
But it's gonna be it's gonna be my content house.
Yeah, man,
for sure.
Gotta keep it on the low because IRS is always watching.
Yeah, for sure.
But where could people follow you, man? Find your journey and keep up with you.
Yeah. So my YouTube channel is called Built for More.
Okay.
So Built the letter 4, and then more.
Okay, nice.
AIP, Built for More AIP. I'll say you can link it up at the bottom. Okay. But yeah, there we talk about, you know, the journey me and my business partner Ashley are on. Yeah. Creating content. She does it full time as well. She's a stay-at-home mom.
Okay, nice.
And we just share, you know, our story. We share our, you know, what we're doing. Yeah. As far as content, things like that, day-to-day stuff. And that's where you can find me.
Sick, sure. Man. Cool. So you heard it here. If you want to make money online through your phone, hit up my man Timo. He's gonna hook you up.
TikTok shop, Amazon influencer. That's what it's at.
You know, is there anything that I might have missed, bro, that you want to get out or?
No, I think you know, everyone. I think you're all capable of getting to that point in your life that the vision that you have for your life. I think we're all capable of doing it. Yeah. You know, I think sometimes we kind of put these mental roadblocks where we feel like you can't do it. Right. And for a long time I felt that way. Yeah. Because, you know, I don't have money. I didn't have money. I didn't have someone teaching me how to do stuff, you know? Yeah. But it came down to how bad do you want it? You know, if you want it bad enough, you're going to find a way to do it. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, there's a multitude of ways of doing it. Yeah. Online with your phone.
Yeah.
You know, so.
For sure, man.
For sure.
So if you're looking for that, hit him up.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, man, thanks for coming through and giving us your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
All right.